Welcome everyone, or no one right now, but I think people will join into the live chat, not live chat, into the live stream. It is day 12 of my cardboarding Vader project. It's coming along quite nice. On the last stream, I've started fixing this crown part here. As you can see, it's still a bit squashed looking, but I will address that. I don't know if I will do it today or yeah. Then on the last stream, I started to build. Let me line that up for you. The side piping for the helmet, which is supposed to go on here, and I started to work on the screws that will be on the front end of these things. I built them for both sides, and I left off with drowning the screws in glue, so I can file them, and I will just do that right now, so you can see what why I drowned them in glue, and in which way this can benefit you when you want to have a very tight finish on a certain piece. Okay, after that I will start to address the lower part of the mask. For right now it is really difficult to position the face part on the collar part. So I will start to thicken the walls, start to lay the foundation for these side piping pieces. Correct the neck, or there's something really wrong with it, but I will show you in pictures. And I will do overall some little things. Welcome, and I will get started. Okay, here I will put this somewhere you can see it. And I will switch the cameras now to a close-up view here. And yeah, these are the head nuts for the front part here. And right now they are way too long, and they're not rounded off on the top. And now they should be quite strong, because I poured a lot of glue into them. And just to test if they are really strong, I will try to, let's see, to cut them. Yeah, and this is as if you would cut very, very soft wood. And here I just want to angle off the top a bit, and then I will move in with my file. Okay, and I will try to round off the whole top. I still really don't know how long I want them to be in the end, but yeah, they won't be longer than this, but and so there's no problem for shortening them is very, very easy. Okay, and I hope it shows on camera. The surface now, or the top, is rounded off a bit. And I also on the last stream poured in glue to the base of the screw thing, and I did that so I can file the base too. And I already started to give it this hexagonal look, but because the cardboard was too soft, I wasn't really able to refine it. Now I'm just trying to give it this mechanical kind of feel. Yeah, I won't finish them now, but here I just wanted to show you that it's much easier to do detail work on some pieces when you pour in some glue and let it dry. Now it had, I don't know, what is it, 48 hours? Okay, this is basically what I wanted to show here. And what I wanted to show you now is that here, this was a paper tube which I cut it to an angle at the end, and I poured glue into the end too, or I not really poured it in, I pressed it in with my finger, and then I was able to round it off with a file, which I have not done on this piece yet, but I will show you. And this is not the final surface of the piece, so I'm not really worried that I'm stripping paper away. Yeah, I just want to smooth off this top edge here. And once I start to really finish it, everything will be topped with a fresh coat of, I don't know, some packing paper or some brown bag paper. Yeah, I hope it shows on camera. This is quite nice, the way it reacted to the filing. Okay, back to the main camera. Now I will focus on the lower part of the helmet. There's a couple of problems here. First, there needs to be a tight connection between the lower part and the upper part. With a tight connection, I mean material that there shouldn't be any gap, especially in the front, for on the side, these tubings here will cover any kind of gap, and that's what they are there for. At least that's my my thinking, that they were able to close the seam and make it kind of invisible. Here, one thing that I need to address is that the shape from the neck piece needs to mimic or to conform to the shape here. And that means that I need more angularity here, and it needs to be pulled out a bit. And for this, I will add cardboard to this lower piece. For me to be able to see or to be able to check the shapes all the time while I'm doing this, I will just like trace this down to paper. Yeah. This way I know the dimensions and everything, and I can just use this paper to measure against, for if I would use this helmet all the time. And once there is glue on here, I could like do harm to the top part. Now it can be recessed a little bit. That's why I'm pushing in or pulling in the line for a couple of centimeters. And now I will mark the position of the mask, so that I will that there is an easy way for me to put it down like in the same position as it was before. Okay, and now I will start to add cardboard here. This triangular cutout needs to be bigger. This is way too small, I think. I think it should be like around this size. So that it's comparable to this triangle. So the lower triangle reflects like shape and size of the upper one. Now to attach cardboard here, I think I will take I will just cut myself a couple of stripes of cardboard, and then I will start from the edge down or up. Depends on how you look at it. Yeah, as you might hear, I'm a bit, or I caught a cold somehow, for I still haven't adjusted to the temperatures dropping. And the summer is over. Winter's coming. And I slept with an open window, and yeah, that was not the wisest choice. Okay, I will pre-bend this cardboard here, and I try to oops, way off. I try to sculpt the two follow this shape here, and then I will insert this piece in there, glue them both together, and this way it will stay in shape, or it will not lose the shape here. And I don't need to put on two or use two cardboard stripes of the same width, for I will still need to bend in the lower part of it. That's why I'm just here preparing a smaller piece, and that piece will be glued on here. Hello Spidey channel, welcome to the live stream. Is it the first time that you're watching? I don't remember right now. But either way, welcome. Okay, so there's a problem here right now. I have no glue. Okay, I can use this one, even though it's a bit on the empty side. Yeah, I don't know where I put the new bottle. Okay, so I will just cover the whole stripe in glue, not too much. Here for the smaller pieces, it's easier for me to point this forward to smear the glue with my hands. And now I will just start on one side here. And what I want to look out for is that I push it into the outer shell here, or in the larger piece of cardboard, and once this dries, it will stay in the shape. Okay, this is a bit too big. And here this will be glued on here then. Here, and once I have a bigger lip here, it will be much easier. Thanks for pointing that out. It was very unfortunate. I lost the power brick for my little recorder here that I use as a mic, and now I always have to run it on batteries. That's unfortunate. I hope the sound is back. At least it seems like it. If I'm looking at my stuff down here, maybe you can give a thumbs up. But I think it should work. Where was I? Yeah, these side pipings here are completely straight, or are supposed to be completely straight, which means I will have to build a straight surface here. And that's what I will attempt now. Here I just take the width of this piece . Yeah, I don't know about the USB. For the problem with USB on this recorder here is that once I insert anything into the USB port, it thinks it is connected to a computer, and then I can't use the recording functions. It's a bit difficult. Then the next thing, are you going to put a lens on that Darth Vader's helmet? I will not really put a lens on there, but I will... here you can see the shape of the glass inside that's covering the eyes. And I will build this shape, this rounded off shape, and then I will put... oh, here. Now here, I hope you can see it. Then I will put a whole lot of tiny holes in there. And this way I will be able to look out. But if you're like a couple of centimeters away, it will appear as if it's a solid surface. And so I can look in, the other people, I can look out, others can't look in. And this way I can stay on course with completely using cardboard and paper, but I think it will look good. So what I'm going to do is that the whole helmet will be gloss sprayed. So I will put, like, I don't know, multiple layers of gloss on there, and that should give it this like very reflective appearance. And the same will be true for the lenses, and I think it will look good, or at least I hope it will. Okay, for here I want to have a straight wall here. That means I will add cardboard to this thing. Okay. This way, yeah, I think it's the easiest for me to build this flat side thing. And yeah, I can just add multiple layers here, and then it will be strong enough to actually provide support for everything else. that I need to add when I'm going down the neck. Okay, here while I'm continuing, here, nice work. Can you help me how to make sunglasses like Adam Jensen from Deus Ex? What do you want to build them from? Just cardboard or multiple materials? Or that's like... Yeah, I'm limiting myself to cardboard and paper, but maybe that's not what you want. Hey, that's cool. I did the Jason mask with your video and it gave me this satisfactory result. Cool. I would like to see it. Can you send pictures? I think if you send a PM or a private message that you can attach pictures to it, I would love to see it. And if it's okay for you, I would like to add them to an upcoming video where I just showcase stuff that viewers of the channel have built. I think that would be cool. Okay, now regarding to this to the sunglasses again, I just pointed out the way that I will build my lenses here with all the tiny holes in the cardboard, and that is actually a possibility to build something that is see-through, at least from one side. But yeah, what would I use? I don't know. I would try to find here some plastic cups, and here if I open this, here you so for sure you need some cups that don't have this the structure going on there, but here you can easily cut them. Wait, let me just, I think the shape, here, can you see that? This is like, I think, roughly the shape of the sunglasses that you are looking for. And now you can just take a black magic marker and just give it a like very fast coat, and then it should be half see-through. Maybe that's something you can try to do. Okay, I was trying to give this a good foundation for the side paneling here. Not side paneling. A good foundation for the transition into the side of the lower part of the mask. Here now I will make sure that this stays straight, that I'm not bending it while it's drying. Here I take the other piece from here and I will add it in here. Hello, Samyang. You like the thumbnail? That's nice. I thought a bit of an extreme perspective would help. Yeah, and it was not too long before I will have a finished Vader here, and then I can do a video with all kinds of beauty shots of the mask. I am looking forward to it. Hey, and you're welcome. Thank CZ for this glasses thing. Oh, okay. Here, this is the shape that I need. Now I just have to find a way to like secure it to here. And now I think it's the best way is to have the mask be on here. And I will just use some painter's tape to hold it in place. Cool. Hey, Samyang, I am really looking forward to see the sniper rifle once you're finished with it. I'm like very interested. Keep up. And your stuff was good, really. So I put I hold it in place with this painter's tape now. Now the chat. I like your hobby, but why don't you use metal or plastic? Is it better to use? Yeah, it's harder to make anything. I think for a few projects, metal is the better material. I use cardboard here for I actually want to show that you can make a whole lot of stuff with cardboard. And to do something with cardboard, you really just need cardboard and some cutting tools, scissors, and some rulers, and that's all you need. And I don't think that cardboard is the right choice for everything that you want to do, but I think once you're able to do something with cardboard and with this limited range of tools, then you're able to go ahead and use whatever you want. Here, this is one thing that I built, and here I used Super Sculpey for sculpting and stuff. I use all kinds of materials for stuff that I built for myself, but this here is just to show that you can basically make a whole lot of stuff just from cardboard. You know what I mean? Do you still have sketches of your old creations? Wait, I just have to adjust the helmet here. Yeah, I still got like yeah, here this facehugger thing. Here, this was supposed to be like a little girl with a dress on, and then I wanted to just write "hug me" onto it. Yeah, I think it's a cute figure, and I think the hug me line would be funny. Wait, once I got the helmet in the right spot, I can show you some of the sketches. Here, old sketches. Let me just... Okay, here, this is for an upcoming thing. I don't know what's here. Ah, this was stuff for the Freddy thing. This is an upcoming project. And yeah, I keep the sketches for, yeah, maybe I will use them for something, but under normal circumstance, you can, if I draw a sketch, you can see it in the time-lapse video. For at the start of most projects, or in the beginning of most projects, I have a sketch, and then you can take a screenshot from the YouTube thing and use them like that. Okay, now I need to figure out a way to put this on here. I just try to check for the right proportion. I think it's something like this. That. Oh. Yeah, but it is centered, so I will just work on the lower part. And use that. Okay, I will pre-bend it where for the straight line does not need to go all the way to the back of the face mask. So I can round it off here. And then I will just attach it on the points in the back. Yep. And then I can start to layer the top edge with some cardboard to give it more strength. I don't think that it was possible to understand it. It's good to make those guns at leisure. At leisure that have in Star Wars. I don't completely understand what you mean, but it's good to make those guns at leisure. Star Wars. I did one Star Wars gun on the channel. I don't know if you've seen it. I did the Han Solo DL-88 blaster. And what I want to do in the future is definitely the Stormtrooper rifle from the old, from the first trilogy. Tell me what you mean, please. Okay, to give it some strength now, I will just use here's some brown paper and use this really just to hold everything in place. I need to go grab the fresh bottle of glue. For this is on its dying legs. Okay, I just want this to stay here. And now, as you might be able to see, there's a gap between the outside wall and this. Oh, here this moved, or tried to move up too high. Wait. And for this gap, I will just fill it up with some the facehugger is cute material. I start to make it. Yeah, yeah. I like him. In an upcoming episode, I will build a complete facehugger from cardboard. For I always love the design of the facehuggers. Okay, one more thing that I'm going to address here is if you look at the mask here, the lower chin part is pulled down like I just here the chin is just too much like this, and it should be extended further down. So I will rebuild that. So it will more look like this, or it will more look like this. Ah! So I prepare a piece of cardboard to put it in there. And I will use this newly added lip here to provide the base strength for it, or to use it as a starting point. I need a pen. And this should be the curvature where it leads into the neck, like not perfectly but roughly. Okay. Yep, that is much better. Here, and if you want to add some stuff to whatever you build, it always helps to like start at one point and use the foundation it gives you to then add other stuff. For right now, I just need to to glue it onto here, and then I can take care of this part and put stuff under it. If I would have to do all this stuff at once, it's way more difficult. I will look for another glue bottle. Okay, this one here is better. A chat question: do you sell the masks you make? No. No. I don't sell any of my stuff. At least not now. I really like, I'm just building stuff that I like, or stuff that I liked as a kid, or that was relevant for my pop cultural upbringing. And yeah, I'm not intending to sell the stuff right now. Here, but what I will do, wait. Oops. I'm coming back in a second. I'm just trying to grab something here. Oops. Here, the only thing I'm giving away, like, is here. I have to press this down. Is a poster which I intend to ship out to subscribers of the channel that want it, and I don't want to have any money for the poster. It's just that the postage needs to be paid, and I printed it. Oh wait, let me show you the poster. Okay. Here, this is all stuff from the channel that I built in the last, like, not 1.5 years. And I will make a video about it, but here, the cheapest shipping, or to send it via mail, is €1.50 if I stay under 50 grams for the whole letter. And I printed this on the least heavy paper that I could find. And now I'm just searching for envelopes that are light enough to put that in there. And once I have them, and the whole thing is under 50 grams, I will like ship that out to subscribers that want to have it. It will come signed with a thank you note from me written on it. Wait, here, chat. You build the Terminator arm. Can you make the Deus Ex mechanical arm? I have to admit that I haven't played Deus Ex. I mean, I've seen it and know a little bit about it. But it's not like in my top list. And right now I'm just building stuff that was very relevant for me. And the Deus Ex arm is, yeah, not really on that list yet. Maybe if I would play the game, then I would love it so much that I would build it, but I don't know that yet. Okay, I need a second layer of cardboard to go on top of this. And here, as you can see, or I hope you can see, that the wave pattern is moving from left to right. And to give it stability, now I need the pattern to move from down to up. Nice poster. Thank you. I really wanted to yeah, have like a collected thing for it. And I printed it for the Maker Faire in Berlin, or not for the Maker Faire. I used it there as a giveaway for subscribers, and I wanted to, yeah, send it out to subscribers from the beginning, but I still haven't been able to find the right size of envelope. Envelope. The right size of thing to put it in, so that I can stay under 50 grams. Okay, here I will mark this. Down and then give it a bit more room. Okay, I will hand sculpt it out a bit, so it will be easier for me to move it into the next surface, or to blend it into the next surface. And then I will attach it to the front of the mask. Are you from English-speaking country? No. I'm from Germany, and I still have to work on my technical English skills, for I'm sometimes really unable to explain what I want to. But some of the stuff would even be difficult in German for me, for I'm not an engineer or anything like that. So I'm missing vocabulary there. But no, I'm from Germany. I'm from Berlin, born and raised. And everything that you hear is just school and watching movies and stuff like that. Yeah, but I think for me it's like helpful to do this live streaming stuff now. For yeah, I have to explain a whole lot, and once you do something, you will get better at it. And I think that even now, after this is just the 12th time. Hello, neighbor. Where are you from? Czechoslovakia, I think. Oh, can you check? Czech Republic. Oh. I'm still here. That's a thing in German. Okay, it's Tschechien and Slowakische Republik or Slowakei. But in English, I was still stuck in the 90s. I'm sorry. Okay, here, this angle looks much better now, or yeah, I think it helps the mask. Very good. Now I just have to fill the gap below this with some cardboard. Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of people that watch my channel that are from Brazil. I would love to go to Brazil one day, but yeah, haven't been able to do that yet. Yeah, and before I do that, I would need to learn at least a little bit of Portuguese. But yeah, would love to see Brazil one day. Hi, look, then you're able to use more languages than me. Feng is writing that he can speak German too, and then he wrote some in German. So I'm just able to speak German and this like not too good version of English. And yeah, that's it. It's really beneficial to have language skills. But or not, but for me, English was always the most important language, because most of the stuff that I really liked came from English-speaking countries, and a whole lot of stuff from America. So, yeah. And when I was young, I wanted to be able to understand hip-hop music and all the lyrics, and yeah, therefore I made sure to get better at English. Okay, here there's like a really big gap underneath this here, and it will really help me when I cover that now. For there needs to be a quite strong foundation before I can cut in the triangle. Okay, hallo David Reininger. Einen schönen Gruß an David Reininger aus Berlin von Mudbrains TV. Something like this. He just asked me to say his name in German and give him greetings. And I try to have it be as German as possible, or as cliché German as possible. Okay, cool. Good. This needs to be glued under this shape here right now. I will just push it in there. Yes, and that should really help me out with the strength of the whole build. Now I need some cardboard to move down all the way to the neck. I will cut the edges for it. The German must sound really strange to a lot of people. For it's got like this very harsh tak, 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 kind of pronunciations in there. So it was, or it is, a real good language for the bad guys in movies. So the Nazis they always sound terrifying, I think, to some people. At least that's what they told me. For me, it's just mostly hilarious. For this Autobahn, Peter, Kindergarten, and stuff like that. That's funny. Okay, I need to put this in here. What? I need to learn German. Can you help me? I really think to learn languages today, the best way to do it is some kind of app for the phone. Like this Bubblefish or stuff like that, and then just I don't know, watch DVDs or Blu-rays and watch them in the language you know, but turn on the subtitles in the language that you want to learn, so you get used to reading it. And then you can watch it in the language that you want to learn, but with subtitles from your native language. And I think that's a good way. I mean, learning a language is really, I think, mostly about using it. And so you have to find something that you like or that you want to understand, like songs or books or stuff like that. And hey, yeah, I have to use a bit of concentration here, so I'm not fucking it up. Okay, there needs to be some more. We can still see the gap there. I like this. Here I need to put in a little more cardboard. And push it in there, and then I can start to move on. I will give it a good amount of glue. And hopefully this is sufficient. Okay. A goldsmith. That's nice. My sister is doing a lot of jewelry work in Australia. Have you tried stuff like bubblefish to learn the language? Okay, now I will add a bit of cardboard in here. Yeah, and I will do that on both sides. And once again, I will just use a very narrow stripe. For this. Just the structural work, it takes way longer than I anticipated. But I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, for there's just so much going on in this mask. I stumbled into it a bit naively. So I thought, oh, I learned so much about building cardboard stuff now. This can't be that hard, but it is actually quite demanding. What is the fail? What have I failed? What have I failed? Oh, please tell me what the fail was. Oh. Alles gut? What is all good? Okay, I can't follow right now, and I needs to be yeah, I need concentration here right now, so I don't fuck it up, or I don't yeah, that I'm not running into a whole lot of additional errors here. For me, it's just I have to fix or I had to fix so many little details on the mask that I could have avoided if I would have yeah, made myself a better sketch in the beginning, and if I would have been thanks for watching. Feng Zi. Have a good night and have a good week. Maybe you swing by in the future. Okay, this is the understructure for the right side, and once I have that secured there, I can like force the whole side of the cardboard stripe to the inside, and then I should have a very reliable buy. A very reliable foundation. For the upcoming pieces. And why I really want to finish the lower part now, at least the exterior of the lower part, is so that I can start to attach the tubing, and the tubing will help the face, the upper part, stay in place. And only then I can continue. And yeah, that is why I have to, oops, I forgot to add glue to the outside. That is why I'm fighting through the through this neck piece now, or with this neck piece. And this is not in the right position yet. What time is it in Brazil right now? Is it like 7 hours difference? So, which would mean like 2 o'clock? Okay, I'm here. And as you can see, the whole edge is a good bit wider now. And that's what I wanted to achieve for yeah, it needs to have a certain width to give the upper part enough space. Yeah, if it's just a paper thin, I won't be able to fit anything on there. 1716 now, okay. That's I was very wrong. Okay, here there's something like 10:15. Okay, this piece will be pressed in there now. So push it into the right direction. Don't fail on me. Okay. Now once this pieces here have dried in, and I still have to make sure that this side of the mask remains flat, or but this is much better as compared to before. And here in the end I can like cheat it a little bit and just curve that thing in. Oops, here I go to my security cam for me drinking some. Okay, just a few more pieces here. I already like spent, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours on the collar piece alone, and now I have to change it again. It's my preparation for this build was far from perfect. But for me, I'm still like a beginner or a complete beginner with this live streaming stuff. I just have to get used to talking and working on stuff. But I will get better over time, and then yeah, I should be able to like talk in complete sentences and still be able to focus on me building this thing here. Okay, it just needs to get rid of all the glue residue here. So this gap is still very big. I'm thinking about Let me see, where is the toy mask? Yeah, I think I will shorten the mask here. And in this way, I can have a flush ending between the lower part of this respirator thing and this thing, and then it will it can sit flush with this lower part here. I think that's the best thing I can do. Well, that means I will sketch in the line. Yeah, and I can even angle the whole head back a little bit. That means I start from the front here, and then I will end my cut there. And I think this, yeah, here, this is flexible enough for me to press it in to even mark the cut on this curved surface. Now it needs to do the same thing here. And I come from here. And here, what you can see here is that the first cut was not even straight. Here, there's a big bulge in there. Now I try to cut this piece away. Okay, this is easier than I suspected. I thought there would be a whole lot of hot glue. A whole lot of hot glue in there, but it is not. That is like a very nice surprise. And I try not to talk too much while cutting, or if I lose focus here, I will have blood to pay. This looks good. Now I try to do the same thing here, but here it's not as easy to hold the mask for me. And I really try to avoid to I try to avoid cutting away too much. Oops. Okay, let's see if it helped the issue. Okay, this is better. And now, but that was expected, I need to fill the upper part of the mask on the side here with some with some additional mass, whatever. And here for this whole part, it needs to be raised just a little bit. And to do that, I will draw down the shape that I have now. And I will try to mark that on the inside too. Okay, this this did not register, but I can take this part now and once I glue that on top of the inside, I have a very good starting point here. This fits perfectly. Now I know here it's like roughly this width. Here, I just sketch it in and then I make it a bit too wide. Everything's still working. Make it a bit too wide, or therefore then I can trim the part after I glued it in. Okay. And this should be able to close the gap between upper and lower part of the sculpt. Now let me see that. Very good. There I can add a little piece of additional cardboard under here. Let's see how wide that was, or it is. Okay, and if I cut this by half now, I should have the right piece. Okay, this will be added to the lower side of this here, and then the whole thing will be glued to the top of this here. And just like this, we will have, or I will have, a very solid or a very sturdy wall here. And the edges of this piece of cardboard can be rounded off easily. Now I just mark the length of it. For this way I won't use too much glue, or I will just add the glue to the parts of the model where it's needed. oops, I will add some additional glue to the inside of this lip that I just attached. And now push it on here, and I will try to position it in a way that the outside edge lines up. For the inside is like not critical. So I can easily hide any kinds of errors that occur. Okay, I will hold it down, or I will apply some pressure there, and once everything is positioned in the way that I want it to be, then I could turn it over and in this way apply a very uniform pressure, for I know that this is cut to one level. And to aid me in holding it down, I will use some use a piece of cardboard on top here. Right, so you can see it better. And here I use this to spread the weight around more evenly. And I can add another piece of weight here. Yeah, now I should give it a couple of seconds, and yeah, I can get rid of some leftover pieces here. Maybe I could have ripped the whole thing off before I applied the glue, for this piece was just there to like hold the front lip in place. And maybe I should have gotten rid of it once I had achieved what I tried to do with it. But yeah, that's water under the bridge now. I'm thinking about how I can fill this gap now in the most efficient way. I don't know if I will just fill it up with other pieces of cardboard, or if I will put in Oh wait, I will show you what I mean. Okay. Here, maybe if I glue in a piece of cardboard like this, then I can angle the whole thing to the front. I don't know yet. Okay, this it's not completely dry, at least not the front here. And where's the helmet? I think this should. Hi, thanks a lot. Okay, now I need to add some cardboard there, or maybe I can just force this outwards. And add a bit of cardboard on top of it. Here, just try to straighten the edge a bit. Here it's the same thing. Here I just try to get this edge to be straight. There's a bulge here, like in this direction, and I want to get rid of it. I think this is much better. Let me see that. Yeah, right now here this starts to really close. Now I think there's just a little overlap left in the back here. Oh, this is a very strong. Yeah, and then I have to think about some kind of system that will really hold the pieces in place. Maybe I will have to. Wait, can you see that from the inside? Here, maybe I will glue in some. Here's some pieces to the lower side, okay, like this. And in this way the upper part will always be caught in here. Or I do it vice versa and extend this edge so it will always slide in here. I don't know yet, especially for there's a whole lot of stuff going on the inside of the helmet. And I will need to place that stuff first before I try to add any kind of system or structure to hold the both pieces in place. Okay, and what I will do now is I will mark the position which I think is a right one. This way I don't have to like push it around all the time when I try to check both pieces. Okay, the mask later on will be separated here too. And why do I mention that? I don't know right now. I mention it because here, if I want to build a clean edge here, I will need to extend it to the back of the helmet, and that means I will need to add some structure here. Yep. I will try to freestyle this cut. It should be something like this. And I think then I need multiples of it. Okay, but once everything is on a nearly equal level, or once everything nearly got the same height, then I could like file it down or cut it down with my knife. Okay, this. Okay, very good. And there's still some material missing. Yeah, this is good enough if I press it in with a bit of force. And maybe the top camera. provides a better viewing experience in this case. Okay, but I think, yeah, it's quite obvious why I try to do that now. Because once I really finalized the two pieces, or the geometry for the two touching edges, I can really start to work on the finished surface. For just then will I have reference to work against. Okay, I think I can even cut some of this stuff while it's drying. For this will give me the opportunity to add the final cardboard to the top of it, and then once it is dried, I will just cut around it. Okay, so I try not to perfectly cut it now. Here, just a rough approximation, and then I will take care of it once the glue has dried. Very good. This is promising. Okay, I will like really press it down, but the main objective now is that the whole top of the edge is covered with this piece of cardboard. So that I can do a clean cut after everything dried. And here on this side, it's like more of the same. Here there's some little piece missing here and a little bit missing there. No, that was not what I wanted to do. I wanted this. Now here I have my markings on the side. Yes, it starts to come together. So one problem for me that is still left here is that I have to blend in this side into this side here, and yeah, I'm not sure yet what kind of technique I will use there. And here I'm just trying to fit pieces in. To even out the top of the lower wall. Okay. This just needs to be a rough approximation of the shape. Or not rough, but needs to fit somehow. And the rest of it will be cut after it dried. Here I can just move in. This might not be the most interesting stuff to to watch. I'm totally aware of that, but yeah, it is a step that will really help the whole helmet come together. And it will be very beneficial to have a good foundation once all three pieces are stacked on top of each other. For if it is like with very wavy lines and nothing really matches up, there will be no real strength to the whole thing. And if it's just wiggling around, it will destroy the whole model. Okay. Yeah, I think I will. Okay, just one moment, please. Ja, schnell. Das mache ich bin gerade live, Jamie. Ich mache das dann, wenn ich fertig bin mit dem Live. Hallo. Ciao. I'm sorry, but this was my son, and yeah, he has some problems coming home, for he's working and the transportation shut down in the part where he is. Okay. Here, I will just glue this big piece to the top there, and then I will give it enough time to dry. That means that I will not continue to work on this part of the mask now. Instead, I will turn my attention to the face part. Here, to face part. Oh. Okay, this is coming together quite in quite a promising way. Here, this change I think really helps, or helped, the whole thing. For before it was just too tiny. Okay, I will put this to the side so I won't disturb it. Hi, Blue Reason. Hello. Glad you could make it this time. Are you going to make internal details for all 3 components? Yeah. I'm not sure about the internal components here for the helmet. Oh, there, I don't know, but definitely for here the top of the face mask part. A little bit on the inside, but it will be the main focus will be the outside here, and then full details on the inside. For I want to have it that it is raised like this, and this reveals the inside, and here maybe the back of the face mask part, and I will focus on this part. Yeah, so, but I will do internals. I don't know if I will like if I will go overboard with it, or if I will just like sketch them out. But right now, I really want to give it a lot of time. Okay, here I fixed the position of this thing here, but as you can see, this side is like still. Yeah, it's not right. It has to come up to a more pointy edge, as opposed to this very flowing thing here. This means I will correct this edge here, and for this I will insert a piece, a cardboard piece, into here. Roughly like this, and this will be the outer edge. And then I will cover this piece up with some, I don't know, paper, maybe. Here, this was the cardboard that I used yesterday, and it here not yesterday, on the last live stream, and now I try to use the same color. Okay. Here, this is where I wanted to be at. Now I will cut the whole length of the edge at a very steep angle. I don't know. Here, so then I can. Here I try to fit it in just at first, just with cutting the edges. And after I've done that, I will moisten it with glue, and that should give me even more flexibility. Okay. Here, this does not need to be that far out. This is more what I'm looking for. Oops, here, as you can see here, and then from the front, this is like roughly the same heights there, and I will glue it down now, and the overlap. Here, there is not too much. Okay, this here I can get rid of right now. There is a bit that I can get rid of right now. And then I will soften the whole edge down a bit and use here's something like this to cover the edge and blend it into each other. At least that's what I hope to do. Sometimes it does not work out. The way that I intend to. Okay. Now I will give it some glue, and then I will give it some time to dry, or not to dry, but to really soak in. Okay. I won't add glue to the outside right now. For if the glue dries inside the cardboard, then it will be harder for me to round off the edge. Well, what's next here? I should start to work on finalizing the surface of the mask. Here, I will. Oops. There, as you can see, there's quite a buildup of cardboard on the side here, and I will try to get rid of some of it, but I'm not entirely sure now by now how I will do that. Okay, I will give it a try, or give here the inside of the cheeks a try. This will be difficult. Well, there's so much curvature going on here. Okay, I want the wavy direction to be from bottom to top. This is not wide enough. This should do the trick. Okay, what this is. Okay, I try to pre-soften the cardboard just to be able to get it in here, and then I will try to find a good angle. Okay, this sucks that it's not long enough. But the angle was good. Yeah, maybe I will just use this piece as kind of a stencil thing then. This way it's not really wasted. Then when I find the right shape, I can like duplicate that to the other pieces. Oh. Here, yeah, as I suspected, this will be a bit challenging. Oops. Therefore, I want the curvature to come to the front, but to stop at the tip of the nose, or at the tip of this nose piece. And this means I will have to get rid of some of the underlying structure here. But I really don't want to hurt the respirator piece, for I considered it like near final. Okay, here the curvature on the front is okay, but it needs to have more curvature here. It's like more like this. Yep. It is difficult to cut here. Maybe if I try to this this up and down sawing motion really helps. Very good. Now I will just get rid of the top layer there for everything that will provide some kind of structure is welcome. Okay, once I find a large enough piece of cardboard here, then I will try to put it in there. Here is still some. Yeah, I have to get rid of the stickers on it. Here, once I just, so I can show you, once I heat them up a bit, they're easier to remove. Yeah, without heating them up first, it's nearly impossible to remove such a big chunk all at once. Okay, I think these just these barcode stickers, they're not as strong. Okay, where is my measuring piece? Here, this was the start of it. And then I will just continue this downward angle here, maybe even a bit more. And then I started to meet the nose. And then I will go like this and like this. I try to have it big enough, or that I'm not that I won't run into the limitation of size again. Okay, try pre-round it somehow. The problem is always that the surface of concave shapes always makes the cardboard crumble very hard, which is understandable. But yeah, it's sometimes a bit sad when you work on everything, or when you try to have everything be as smooth as possible, that this convex surfaces really make it harder. Okay, I just try to free the tip of the nose here. Okay. I will try to mark the inside so I can cut most of the overlap away before I glue it down. This is difficult. Okay, I think I will try to use this piece and maybe this piece will be good enough for the other side too. So I will just give me the chance to use it again. Now I will prepare the understructure with all the edges that the piece will touch on. And then I'm like very interested to see if this works. Okay, one quick note here is that this will not be the final layer on the cheek. I will add 1 or 2 additional layers on top of it. And with the next layers, I try to make sure that there's no that there's none of this crumbling going on. Okay, one thing that I have to take care of is that down here the pieces are not really joined. I think I will add this as an anchor here. So both pieces are pulled towards each other. And now I can just try to hold everything down. This is a very bad position for clamping. That means I have to do it manually. Or, okay, clamping would be manually too, but not with hands. Or not with my hands. Yeah, right now it does not look too good. It even looks a bit stupid right now. Damn it. Yeah, I totally forgot about this a piece for the top of the helmet, and it is it nearly dried, so I will have to like re-moisten it, and hopefully this time I won't forget it. The front of this is, I hoped it would be easier to attach cardboard to there. Yeah, but that kind of proved wrong. Maybe I have to change the approach a bit and think about a different technique to add it onto there. Okay, here the forgotten piece for the top of the helmet. Okay. The good thing is that the more time you give it to soak in, the easier it will be to stick it, or to make it stick to the surface. Here, but it's a very fine line between completely dried glue and nice to apply stuff. I will be back in like 3 minutes. I have to go to the... Yeah, you know. I hurry up. Oops. Thanks for waiting, to the ones that waited. Okay. This is here. Yeah, this this got like a really hard time to stick on here, and that might be due to the fact that there's a lot of glue on the surface here. I try to have some glue soak in through the side there, and here it's something, or maybe you can see it on this camera, that it's hard to show here, that this does not really stick down there, and I will try to add glue there too. And then I try to push it in there. And hopefully it will result in a connection that is strong enough. Why is this so difficult? shit. Down. Okay. I think that this pieces will. I think that this pieces will have to dry overnight. That means I will try to add it to the other side, and yeah, then I will close the live stream for today. For here, this still needs to dry. Then there's the piece on the top of the helmet that still needs to dry. There is this side here that needs to dry, and then there will be this side. So there will be places all around the mask that I should not touch. And I think that is like a good point to go to bed then. But first I try to put this in here. But I don't want this printed piece to be on top. That's why I will cut myself a new piece. And here the top part is not just printed, it also got some residue of the glue on there. And in this area of the mask, I really don't need any hindrance or anything that prevents the glue from doing its best. Okay. Which way was it set up? Like this and no, like this. Okay, now I pre-bend it just to see if the overall shape is there. Okay, this is kind of good enough. Now it just needs to get rid of this front part here. Oh, this is really strong. In a normal circumstance, I would really love a good foundation, but this is what the fuck? It's hard to apply enough pressure. Damn. Okay, this is harder than some wood. The problem here is that there's a mixture of hot glue and multiple layers of wood glue. Okay, now I can get in there. Just like millimeters at a time, but wow, looking very good. Thank you very much and welcome to the stream. Here we are on, or I am. Here it starts to come together. Wow. Here, but right now there's like I have problems. Now I loosened this, but it seems as if the biggest lump that was in there is gone now, and I can get rid of this little thing there, and now I should have a foundation for this piece. What? Oh, where is it? Was this a new one? Okay, this is good. I think it should be easier to glue it down on this side as opposed to the other side, for there's a really big multiple cardboard thicknesses high edge on the upper part of the cheeks there, and that should really give it a good foundation. Let me push that in here. Come on, come on. It is difficult to pay attention to, like, first the curvature and then all these different edges, and so, and it's hard to have a like a claw-like grip to exert pressure to every piece. But I think this this grip somehow does the job. And now I will have to have some patience. Okay. Okay, there's just if you look at it from the top, there's a symmetry error, like this. Right here, this part is up much higher compared to this. But I think the best way to fix that is to add cardboard to this now clean surface. So to build the cheek up on this side a bit. Yeah, I think that's the way to go there. Okay, this needs some time to dry now before I can cut away all the overlapping edges. I want it to be really dry. Yeah, here needs I need to add some meat to there. Okay, so as a like final thing for today, I will just show where I'm at right now. Here, the lower part, I need to blend the surface from here to here and here to here, and then to cut in that lower triangular part, cut all these edges to the overlaps down to the edges. Then I will have to correct this upper edge here, but that should be fast. Then I work on this, and once the front side of the cheek is finished, that's where I will work my way away from then. Yeah, so that is there. Then once I worked my way down the side of the helmet, I can add these side piping here, which will come in somewhere here, so like this, but on both sides. And yeah, and then I can start to detail and to unify the surface, to just to make it beautiful. Thanks to everyone that was watching, or that is watching. Yeah, I'm not sure when I will stream the next for the next time, but I think maybe Tuesday. But if you want to be informed when I do it, just click on the bell icon next to the subscribe button. Then you will get a notification for when I have scheduled to stream. Hey, I'm done for today. Nice. I'm done. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again, and have a nice night, and have a really nice week. Bye bye. I will stop the stream right now.